And then a signing from the Bills. The Bills signed Tavon Austin, former first round pick. I didn't really realize this till I was looking at it again, doing some research for the show. Tavon Austin was an eighth overall pick in 2013, and he's one of those guys that's kind of dumb fast. He ran a 4.3 440. But I mean, overall, for being an eighth overall pick, I would say that he hasn't really lived up to his draft stock. And he's getting a little bit older. I believe he's going into the age 32 season, but he still has that speed. And I think what's most interesting about this signing is it's kind of that name recognition that I heard the Bills sign Tavon Austin. I immediately got excited because of that, draft pedigree. Like I said, he hasn't really lived up to that draft stock, but the first thing that comes to mind for me is, one, I don't think this is going to be the only signing like this that we see. I think it's going to be very similar to last year's offseason, where we were just kind of bringing in guys trying to solidify those return duties. We saw guys like Lance Lenore coming in and competing for that job. Tavon Austin does have 190 career punt returns, so he has a lot of experience in that department, and he kind of has that speed element that you get from a McKenzie or a Stevenson. Not really a contributor on offense at this point, so I'm looking at this as, my first question is, does he even make the roster? Is this kind of just he really has to earn a spot and really impress in training camp? Because going into last week's episode where we kind of broke down the offense, we have a lot of competition at wide receiver, and over the last couple of years of his career, he hasn't really been a giant impact on offense. So I think he's brought in to compete for specifically punt return duties. I think the kick return spot, we can kind of shake that out. Maybe Stevenson. The return duties are going to be another year of kind of just up and down, and I really hope we get it solidified, and maybe Tavon Austin is a piece of that, at least in the punt return department.